Hi my dear Flosstube friends, welcome to my channel. This is Needle Ninja and I'm happy you're joining me. Today's video will be about my new project which I'm working on for already more than 1 week, and I will talk about my new challenges, a new way of stitching with this one and hopefully some more, so stay tuned. Ta-da! It's this beautiful one which I fell in love right after I saw it. I always wanted to stitch something with the Eiffel Tower, and well, there is a Audrey Hepburn, which I think it's the most beautiful woman, one of the most beautiful women ever walked on earth. So yeah, two icons. What is there not to like about? So this is not a pattern from Heaven and Earth Design, obviously. This is a pattern which I found on this site, which calls, I don't know if I'm sure how to read this word, thread bar or threadbare. I will put all the details in the description below. And yeah, if you like to see something new, and if you didn't hear about this site, please go check it out because they have lovely, beautiful patterns. Most of them are full coverage, which this one is also. This project is 400 times 400 stitches, so it's a perfect square where I will need to use 31 DMC colors. And because I wasn't sure if I'll be able to move this pattern from my iPad to the tablet where I'm using the pattern keeper, that's why I ordered the large printable size, which is on one page you got the 40 by 40 stitches, so I call this for like the paper chart for blind stitchers, but yeah, we're not getting younger. So it calls for 104 pages, but if it's a regular chart, it will be like about 50, I think. So still huge though. But I was lucky enough to move this one to my tablet, so it's nicely, safely moved there, and it was already one fun week when I could work on it. So, introducing this pattern, I think that's all there is to say about it, and let me go to another part where I will explain how I decide to stitch on this pattern. Okay, so let's go. Okay, here we go. So first, let's talk about the fabric. I picked the fabric called Zweigart, and it's actually said it's Belanna, and I don't know, with this sparkly silver thread there. So I don't know how you say it in English, but it's a sparkly, my first sparkly little fabric, and I really love it, to tell the truth. So it's 20 count, and first time for me, not first time, but whatever, I'm stitching on this 1/1 full cross. And yes, I know most of you will be, I was the same, like I should do 2/2 or 2/1, or yeah, because of the coverage. Yeah, but 1/1 I really love. I don't know how you can see it through the camera, but I really love that you can see this shiny thread under the stitches, and I actually love that the black doesn't give me a perfect coverage, because all of my projects I'm like, yeah, I really love full, you know, like perfect coverage. But with this one, no, I actually love that the fabric under is showing, and it's actually sparkling, and it have this, how do you say, like you know, old poster look with the shiny things around. So And yeah, for these two icons, I think this fabric is just perfect. But it's not perfect for a person who's stitching it, because there is a lot of white or very light gray, green, bluish colors, which it's really difficult to stitch on white fabric. But I will try to cut the light off. I don't know if it changed and if you can see that even without the light, no, I think even more without the light, you can actually read these signs that are there, and it looks beautiful with the light, but also without the light. So that's like, wow. Okay, one more thing, which is this pattern calls for I think 67,000 stitches of B5200, so which is just a white DMC. And I don't know if you can see this here, this square here. I actually did stitch it, and I didn't like it because it doesn't make a difference, and it's actually covering the beautiful shiny things. So I decide to not use that white thread anywhere. So I'm ignoring all the white symbols, the B5200. That's why this all should be covered with the stitches, but no, I decided to do just the old. So I'm actually using not the 31 colors, but 30 colors. And yeah, I was thinking like maybe it will not look right. Well, I'm still not, so far, so I don't know, but I already did like 4,000 stitches, I think, and I don't hate it. I don't know how it will this inside picture will look, but actually on her face there's also so many using the B5200. So yeah, why not? Her face could be shiny too. So I'm really looking forward to see the final look of it. I'm sure it will be a long process. Hope you can enjoy that process with me. So that's my something new. Again, something new is I'm trying to stitch in a diagonals, and I'm using because I try to create like I usually do with my friction ball pen, these diagonal lines, but it was almost impossible. I couldn't do it, so that's why I'm using this. I think it's a fishing nylon, I don't know, which I bought because it's beautiful blue, light blue, but I don't know if you can see it. You almost cannot see it on the fabric, so I'm just guessing. So yeah, this is like an invisible pattern, so first time creating with the nylon. And the way I'm stitching, it's not parking. You can see that there's no threads hanging around here. So something new for me, not perfectly new. It is a cross country, but let me tell you now, I'm sure most of you will be familiar with a girl calls Vanny, I think. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Her channel is let me wait. Thread the Needle, and I just watch her demonstration of the diagonal cross country stitching with the crossover traveling. I will put the link in description. I am not experienced enough to talk about this way of stitching, but she did a great demonstration. So if you're interested, how she's doing that, please check that out. It was very clear, and I understand, and I instantly felt like I want to give it a try. And I'm actually, yeah, 4,000 stitches, and I'm not hating it at all. I did slight changes to that. I will talk about it maybe while I'm stitching. But yeah, this is fun. It's fun. Yes, please check her video. Okay, so I think that's that. And let's go for a stitching a little bit, so I can actually, while working, explain how I use our method with a slight changes. Okay, hope we are good here. So I'll be starting this symbol, the triangle symbol, and I'm starting in this part because the upper part is already done. So I'm working that Vanny girl, she's working 10 by 10 in a 10 stitches row. Well, I don't know why, but I really love to work with the 20 stitches. So I made my diagonal lines 20 stitches apart, and I'm working in this area. So basically what I do is I start the first thread here, and I work all the same symbols with this diagonal. And if my thread didn't finish, if I still have something, so I will just turn and work all the same symbols in this direction. And that's what she actually demonstrated, and that's what she actually called diagonal cross-country stitching with crossover traveling. She also liked to do the not crossover traveling, which means once you finish this diagonal line, the same symbol, you will just end your thread. But so I think this method with the crossover traveling, it's really great for stitchers who likes to save their, or who likes to use their thread as much as they can. So, well, I'm not that one, but I like to try the new things, so now I'm the one. So yeah, I will use this one for as long as it goes. So let me start it. So we're starting in here. Okay, a new thing. I'm trying to start my thread and end my thread as easy as possible, and while doing almost nothing. So what I will do, just push the thread somewhere under, then make a first half of the cross stitch, which is always, in my case, this diagonal, not this one. This one doesn't matter because it's not parking. Doesn't matter where you start, if you start in a upper right or lower left. So then I will pull this thread as far as I can go. I can still see it, I don't worry about that. And then I have to find where is my stitch. There is that. And try not to, jerk it so much, just lightly, slightly pull it. And yeah, that's my first stitch, and I know that somewhere there it will be covered, hopefully. If not, it's okay too. So okay, so we have already 2 stitches done. I hope my hand isn't in the camera, but if it is, I'm sorry, I don't know. When I park and when I work rows by rows, it's easy to film, but I don't know how this will look. So then, okay, let's mark these and let's move to next. So I'll be stitching all these triangle symbols. Basically, I'm I'm trying to do each cross at once. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, because most of the threads, which in this case also like lightly pink or lilac, I don't actually see it so clearly, so that's why. The place I work, it's easy to lose it, so I will do full cross. Okay, and now you can see that there is a stitch here, which I would normally do, but I asked Vanny, the thread the needle girl, and she said she will ignore it. So because in order to have a nice diagonal line here, but I don't do that always, but in this case, because it's going this way and then come back, so I will ignore him because it's over the grid line, not grid line, the diagonal line. So I will just move and I'll see that there is a stitch in this corner. And then some on the other side here. So as you may know, I really love to start something new and challenge myself with the things I'm not, how do you say, familiar, to find if I actually like it. So I wasn't sure at first if I actually like this pattern this much, or is it because I just love the way this new way of stitching, doing the full crosses without the parking, using the cross country and diagonal. So yeah, I couldn't put this pattern down. I will just keep stitching, trying to master it as much as possible. I'm not saying I did yet, but I'm definitely, if I keep stitching and if I keep liking this, I will. So thank you, Vanny, for actually showing us this way. See, this is the place where I'm totally blind, and I'm just hoping it's a right hole. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, there, and still working in the diagonal. So is any one of you working or stitching like this? Really, I don't know what is so enjoyable about this one, but it is. Oh, and I'm sure you will have the same like question as I had first in my head, like, what if you work, where am I? Okay. If you work in this long diagonal hole all the way from the top to bottom, what will your bag look like? So wait a second, I'll show you. Of course it is mess, so for you girls and boys who really like your bag to be perfect, this is not the method. And okay, just let me show you so you'll know what I mean. Let me just do this because I lose this place. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we do this and we are there. So go far back. Okay, so this is how it looks. there's a lot of, you know, threads crossing from one side to other, but I figured out that if I work with you know, all these light color threads first, then there is like because this is just basically confetti things, so there is a, how do you say, one color part. So if you work with this black at the end of all these confetti things, it will actually cover the part of your, you know, crazy threads behind. So yeah, crazy, but with the one strand, I think it's manageable. And I think with the one strand, it's actually not, I didn't have a trouble with sticking the needle through the fabric. Not at all, but maybe that's a different case with the two strands. But that girl Vanny, she is stitching with the two strands, and she said she never had the trouble. So that's cool. So looks like my thread is going to not last till the end of the diagonal, but that's okay too, because that's the other thing which I'm not still trying to find the best way for me. But if my thread of this symbol ends, I will not continue with the same symbol, so I will not use the same thread, but I will end it there, and I will go back to the start and start with a new symbol. So, well, maybe I don't know. I don't know what's the best way. Maybe I should keep working with the same symbol till the end of the diagonal, but well, but this one is actually, there is quite few of them, so this thread will not last till the end. But most of the stitches with these lengths of the thread, it's like the length is like, yeah, like we say, like from the tip of our fingers to the elbow, maybe something like that. So this length will not be enough, but all the others, I can go with the whole this part. Okay, I hope I'm not making a mistake while talking. Did we do this one too? I think so. Okay, let's go here. Now I'm not looking through the camera, so I'm not sure if you actually see what I'm doing here. If you actually see this thread, because it's very, very light lilac. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, I need to say something. I need to delete my last video, which was the video about how I went to see the handmade festa, the craftsmanship, I don't know, some festival, because I had a copyright claim for the music which was playing in the background of that event. It wasn't my music, that was just the music which came with the event, and because I don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube and I don't want to mess my channel, so I will delete that one. So sorry, and thank you for you who enjoyed it, but I'm sorry, it will have to go. It will have to be deleted. So, but anyway, I don't think I'm good at doing a report with my poor English vocabulary, so I think I should stop. I stuck with just my stitching, maybe silently too. Okay, so my thread is short now, and how I will end it, just nothing special. Somewhere, I actually already forgot where my thread ended. Somewhere in a corner, and push the thread under the stitch and through the fabric. That's all I do. Then come out somewhere, if possible, somewhere in the middle of the fabric, and just cut it. So that's my no trouble ending and starting the thread. So that was a little explanation of how I'm doing this. And yeah, if you wonder about my nails, look, it's a Phantom of the Opera. And why? Well, I need to say something, my private little secret, but I'm so happy and so proud mother, because my oldest son just got the debut in a Broadway production of Phantom of the Opera. He's one of the casts, and I just went to see him on Friday in Tokyo. I'm so proud. The 20 years hard working was worth it. It's worth it. And after 20 years, I'm finally so proud. And I didn't have to do much. Not just, of course, raise him and 18 years, drill him with a ballet and everything. But now he's done it by himself. And I'm so proud. So yeah, that's why Phantom. And look, there is a little rose. So yay, I'm so happy. Happy mother. Okay. Totally not stitchy related, but anyway, I'm already going to end this video. I don't want it to be too long. So anyway, thanks for watching always. And I'll be doing the series on this project soon, I hope. So hope you enjoyed, and yeah, who doesn't enjoy a new start, right? So thank you again, and hopefully see you soon, my dear friends. Bye.